Hello, everyone. Welcome to LatProXperience with Antonio Muñiz, where we talk about entrepreneurial success through the Latino lens. Today's episode is about the 6 simple steps to establish your goals the right way. 6 steps to establishing the goals the right way. So, first of all, let's talk about what is a goal. A goal is something that you strive for. It's not something that you can hit today. It's not something that you can establish today and hit today. It's mostly aspirational. The fact of the matter is you may never hit that goal. It has to be that big. But that having a big goal will pull you forward in ways that having a smaller goal will not. It will give you the energy and the focus to improve the quality of your life and the quality of life of the people around you. So that's why it has to be so goal. As an example, one goal could be I have $10 million in real estate assets by no later than December 31st, 2024. That's aspirational, right? That's not something I can do today. That's not something that most people could do today or this week and this month. But there's a possibility that I can reach it in 12 months. There's a possibility that I will get very, very close to that in 12 months. So that's a goal. A target is something different. Targets and goals are two different things. So I just want to start there. I already told you what a goal is. A target, those are markers along the way to your goal. A target you can hit today. It's the confirmation. A target is hitting your target is a confirmation that you can achieve your goal and you're getting closer to your goal. As an example, taking the real estate example, I invested $10,000 in new money into real estate this month. See, that's a target that gets me closer to my $10 million goal. I just wanted to, set the table. A goal is something that is big, exciting, juicy, and it has a big possibility of changing your life. A target is a marker along the way and confirmation that you're moving towards your goal. And by the way, the reason that most people quit on their goals, they resign, they forget, or they never hit their goals, you know what the reason is? The goal was not big enough. The goal was not big enough or significant enough to change their lives or change the quality of life of the people around them. So it was not exciting. It was reasonable versus unreasonable. So they lost interest right away. Somebody told me that the worst thing you can do is set a small goal and hit it. Because you hit it, but you get really nothing out of it. You're not excited. You're not proud of yourself. You know in the back of your mind that you could have done better. And I said to him, I think the worst thing that can happen is that you set a small goal and not hit it. Because you know in the back of your mind that you should have hit that goal easily. You sandbagged it and you still didn't hit it. So now you feel some kind of way about you. You feel down on yourself, and some people go into depression because, not hitting an easy to hit goal. All right. None of that matters because now we're going to learn how to set goals the right way. Remember that they have to be big enough, exciting enough to not only change your life, but change the lives of those that you care about, people around you, and possibly impact the community around you as well. So how to set goals the right way. I'm going to share with you 6 simple steps that you should go through to set in the right way. Number 1, I already said it. It has to be big. The payoff has to be big, huge. So whatever you think big is today, make sure that it's much bigger than that, 10x that. Because most of us are playing safe. Most of us are playing below our potential. So it has to be big. And once you know that it's got to be big, you have to get very clear on your goals. Forget about the how. Forget about how you're going to get this done. Forget about the mechanics. That is not important right now. What is important is that you focus on something big, a goal that is big enough to change your life and change the life of those people around you. Okay, so that's number one. It's got to be big, huge, exciting. Number two, you have to be very honest about what are you willing to do to get it. What are you willing to do to get it? Because massive goals require massive actions. And think about, who do you want around you? Who do you want in your life who will help you reach those goals? Because the mechanics, that is not as important as we think they are. Number one is the goal's got to be big. The second thing you think about is, who do I need to help me get that goal? And then after you get those two things cleared up, then you can do the mechanics, because the mechanics will be clear once you set up your goal the right way and once you figure out who you need in your life to help you accomplish this goal. So number two is, what are you willing to do to get it? Number three is, what and who are you willing to give up? And this is tough. This is tough because we all have full plates. We all have full lives. Okay. We don't have extra time the same way we don't have extra money. So what are you willing to give up? Is it Netflix? Are you willing to give up Netflix? Are you willing to give up waking up late every day? Are you willing to give up bad food so you have the energy? You eat the right way so you have the energy to take massive actions? Honestly, this comes first. Before you can add anything to your life, you should decide, what are you going to get rid of that is not serving you? And that's not just things and activities. It could be people. It should include people. Who do you need to separate from? Who do you need to increase the distance from? This could be people who are always negative, people who are always finding a problem for every solution, people who will tell you, your life is pretty good. You should just chill out and hang back and live every day. They mean well, but they're not going where you want to go. So what are the things that you need to get rid of? What are the actions, your habits, bad habits that you need to replace with better habits and good habits? And who do you need to increase the distance from or limit your exposure to? And who you need to just eliminate completely? Because I'll tell you one thing, the people who got you where you are today are not the people who can take you or get you to the next level. If they were, they would have taken you there already. So number three is, what are you willing to give up? And who are you willing to give up? Number four, you got to establish a short runway. Don't give yourself too much time to reach your goals and hit your targets along the way. I call this time compression. 1 year goals are great, but 90-day goals or targets are better. And while I'm at it, monthly, weekly, daily targets are better because it allows us to maintain focus and make small adjustments along the way to make sure that we're still in line to hit our goals. You need to, this is all about creating urgency. If we know our goal is big, but there's no urgency, we're not going to move with attack speed every single day. So short runway, time compression. Number four, it's about reducing the time and creating some urgency. You remember that most of us will, how should I say this? We will let the work expand to the time allowed. So if you have 3 hours to clean your house, it will take 3 hours to clean your house. If you have 1 hour to clean your house, it will take 1 hour to clean your house. It's just the way we are. It's human nature. All right. So that's number four, short runway. Number five is accountability, setting up a system of accountability. Because here's another reality about human beings. We do bigger things to run away from pain that we do to run towards pleasure. I'll say that again. We'll do more. We'll do bigger things. We will take bigger actions to run away from pain than we would to run towards pleasure. That's how we're wired. We're wired to play defense, to not die. right? To stay comfortable. We're designed to play goalie. We're designed to play not to lose versus play to win. So create some accountability. Create some accountability and systems, and identify people who will keep you accountable to them. Because self-discipline is going to get you so far. And that's great. We all need to have self-discipline. But it's important that we have an accountability partner or an accountability system that will keep us focused and disciplined on the path to our goals. Okay? Because at the end of the day, human beings, we do what we want to do. We do what we want to do. But if we have somebody who keeps us accountable, then we increase our chances of hitting our goals. Now, and the last thing, the sixth step that you should consider when you're establishing your goals is that, hey, create some pain, create some negative consequences for not hitting your goals. Okay? Like I said earlier, we're wired to run away from pain more than running towards pleasure. So I'll give you an example. I know a friend of mine who established major goals for the quarter, and this is a few years ago. And she's a very health conscious person. She's working out every day, yoga, meditation, eating clean, amazing, organics, everything else. So she established some really big goals for herself for the quarter. And the negative consequence that she established was if she did not hit her quarterly goal for her business, she would have to go to McDonald's and eat a Big Mac. And that's like the worst thing you can do to this person because she's so health conscious. That was her negative consequence. So the positive consequence, I'm going to hit my goal in 90 days. And if I don't, I'm going to have to eat this stuff, who I consider to be poisonous to my body and treasonous to everything that I believe in. So that's an example, a silly example, but a very effective example. I will tell you that she did hit her goal, and she hit it early because it was that important for her to avoid pain, the pain of eating a Big Mac. So negative consequences. The reality is that this will help us keep us focused. This will help us keep us away from distractions because we want to stay away from the pain. So the 6 steps to consider when establishing your goals the right way. Number 1, they must be big and exciting and ambitious. Number 2, that you need to understand what are you willing to do to reach those goals. Number 3, what are you willing to give up? Who are you willing to give up to hit your goals? Number 4, establish a short runway, meaning create urgency towards your goal. Number 5, create a system of accountability that is not just you dependent, but as other people are involved in keeping you accountable. And number 5, create a negative consequence for not hitting your goal. So these are the 6 steps. And in fact, if you're interested on getting this, I created a document with the details. I'll be happy to get this to you. So if this is what you're interested in, hit a comment below. Hey, send me the 6 steps to setting up goals, and I'll be happy to send that to you. Or you can use private message, a comment or private message. Either one is fine. I will give you a pro tip when it comes to goals. A pro tip: write them down. Write them down every day. Write them down every day, at least twice a day. In the morning when you wake up, and in the evening when you go to bed. That just creates a higher level of awareness and commitment towards your goal. Also, the third time that you write your goals is when you feel disappointed or you had a loss. You didn't hit you didn't close a client or whatever. Anytime you're disappointed throughout the day, write down your goals because that will help you shake it off, whatever happened, and refocus your energy into that singular goal that you're looking to hit. So write down your goals every day, in the morning, in the evening, when you wake up, when you go to bed, and anytime you're just disappointed throughout the day. So I hope that you got some good value out of today's episode. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. And remember that nuestro éxito es inevitable. Our success is inevitable. See you next time.